All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? That might have been a little bit of a repeat there, but today's live stream's a little bit different. I'm going to pull it up here on my phone so I can read the chat because, of course, the phone or the camera is over there and I can't see what's going on. So bear with me for just one moment. All right. Okay. Now I don't know why it's showing the floor. The thumbnail shouldn't have looked like that. Huh. Now, the picture's not very good either, so you mess with the lighting a little bit. That seems to be a little bit better. Maybe we can move the camera up. Move the camera up a little bit, buddy, if you don't mind. My son's helping me out. Let me go into the chat here and see what's going on. So we have, there's Renee, hello. Blindside, howdy, howdy. Wandering Marine Veterans here. Tracy Phillips. Easy Money, what's up? Who else is here? Daniel, what's happening?
Alex is in it.
RSMRE, that looks new to me, so what's up? How you doing? Did you move it closer?
Yeah.
Can't tell. Alright. Well, let's see. Zeno, howdy, howdy. Gino E, howdy, howdy. Doug King. We've got Seth. My son just told me that my other son, Alex, is in here in the chat. So we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. I've had some requests from you guys for me to be on camera a little bit. And like I said, I know, just go ahead and move it even closer because, here, look. That's what it looks like. Yeah, it doesn't look great. So just mess with it until we get it right. You're going to have to move it closer to me. Now I'm watching it on here to see what it looks like.
I think that's too close.
Alright, if I set back a little bit and let that light hit me a little bit. What do you guys think? How's the picture? I'll tell you what I can do. I think this will help. Oh, God. Let's see. That's a little bit better, I would have to say. Maybe. Anyways, we're just going to move on from here. I'm not going to be in this position for too awful long. I can see that the camera is getting ready to slip off the mount there, so give me 1 second. Okay. Now, we're going to start off with the hot sauces that Dan sent in. Now, I figured I'd try these on camera so you guys can get to see me suffer a little bit. Why not, right? I couldn't live stream yesterday, or, I haven't been able to do anything for days. Just to let you guys in on what was going on, my back actually went out, and I've been having issues with it for about 6 days, something like that. I'm a lot better today than I even was yesterday, and the day before I couldn't even hardly move. So, lots of improvement over the last couple days. Now, these hot sauces are unopened, and I do plan on using these in another video, so I'm going to open these up right now in this video right here, but they'll be open for the other video that I use them for. Now, I'm going to cut them open real quick. You guys can see that they're intact. Haven't been tampered with at all. Same with this one. You can see it's never been opened. I can slip the label around in circles, but it's never been opened. So we're going to cut this open right now. and get us a little sample out. And I've got the chicken wings that hopefully you guys seen in the thumbnail. Could you guys see the chicken wings and the EPA and the hot sauces in the thumbnail? Because it didn't show up that way for me. I hope it did for you guys. Because if not, I'll have to change it. Now, this claims to be a 16 out of 10, which would be 6 above the hottest. This is Bunster's Black Label Hot Sauce. This is the one that the first ingredient is orange, and then chili peppers, which are scorpion and bird's eye. We have brown onions, garlic, apple cider vinegar, coconut, sugar, and some lime and some other ingredients. And I'll just let you guys see that. And you guys can actually pause that and check that out. Hopefully you can see that. This is the nutritional facts. And there is the label. I'm doing my best, guys. It's hard to do this and not be able to see what I'm doing. Okay. Maybe I can get another light set up. I think, yeah, I think I might be able to do that. Can you set that up over there for me somewhere? Just, yeah. No, closer to me. Up on something. Right here, bud. No, you're going to have to move that stuff closer. Okay. Now, that was the 16 out of 10, but I honestly think this one's going to be hotter. This is the Melbourne hot sauce. Now, these were sent in from Australia, from Dan or Cyanide Cookies, and hopefully he's here in the chat already. This one's called the Spicy Sanchez. Ingredients in this one, the first ingredient's Carolina Reaper, and if anybody's ever tried a Carolina Reaper, they are insanely hot. Give me that. Maybe that'll help a little bit. There's the ingredients on that. There's the label. And there's some other information on that side. So, you guys got a good look at them. Now I'm just going to give them a try. Whew! I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't a little bit nervous right now. So I've got these little paper cups right here to put some hot sauce in. I haven't cut this one open yet. Shut Romeo's door. Okay, I'm going to cut this one open also. There we go. Hopefully that will just come off there and the plastic will stay intact. I'm going to start with the Black Label that claims to be a 16 out of 10 on the hot scale. Actually, I'm going to get them both dumped out in the cup first, but now that's got a really good smell. You can smell the garlic, you can smell the onion, you can smell a lot. There's a lot going on in this sauce. Kind of citrusy. Okay, so I'm going to put some of this out in a cup real quick because I just heated up the chicken and hopefully it'll still be warm. And it's not going to take a whole lot, but there we go. That's plenty, trust me. I don't think my sound's too great right now, as far away as I am. Now we're going to go with the Melbourne, the Spicy Sanchez. Oh, now that smells ridiculously hot. That just smells like super hots. If you guys know what a super hot is, that's going to be your Carolina Reapers and stuff like that. And that's exactly what this smells like. Oh boy. I already know this is going to be tough. This one's nowhere near as thick as the other. The other one's got a really nice thickness to it. This one's probably half as thin, or even thinner, maybe a third of the thickness of the Bunsters. Pretty excited to try these out. But I'm going to start with the Bunsters first because I think it's going to be a little bit more mild than the other. I'm just going to dip it in here and commence the punishment. You guys can see there's plenty of it on there. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm going to check the... Yeah, there you go. There's a lot of hot sauce on there for just starting to try it out here. So, all right, here we go. Down the hatch. Chicken's already cold. And I'm already sweating underneath the lights. Kind of a slow heat. It's hitting me in the front of my tongue. Now it's hitting me in the throat. It's got a really good flavor though. It does have a nice citrusy flavor to it. It's really, really complex. There's a lot going on there. Kind of smoky, savory. It is hot. It's very hot. I wouldn't say it's a 16 out of 10. I would say, let's call it a 6 to a 6.5 out of 10 maybe. It's pretty warm. And it's getting hotter the more time passes. It's definitely stuck in my cheek back there where I chewed it. It's got a great flavor. It has a chili flavor to it. But it also it's just got a lot going on. The garlic, the onion, all those herbs and spices and the citrus. That's 2 thumbs up, man. That's probably one of the best hot sauces I've ever tried, actually. That has a decent amount of heat to it. So, I'm a fan. I like this. I like it a lot. I'll finish the rest of that with another piece of chicken. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to cleanse my palate a little bit. The heat's not lingering too bad either. I mean, it was pretty hot, but it's not like... It wore off really pretty quick. I mean, I still got a little bit of spice going on in my mouth, but nothing major. Now we're going to move on to the Melbourne, the Spicy Sanchez, and see what that's about. Now this one I got a little bit of apprehension about this one because I have a feeling that this one is going to be packing a punch. Whew, God, that just smells like super hot, man. And there is a close-up of that. The close-up's not working very well. Try again. There we go, maybe. Maybe that'll show it off. There's a lot of sauce on this anyway. Now, here we go. Down the hatch. Right off the bat. Got that flavor of Carolina Reaper. That is the main flavor going on here. That comes on really slow. The chicken's really good too, by the way. That's hot. That hits you right in the throat, in the back of your tongue. My tongue's on fire right now. Oh. The flavor just tastes like a super hot. I didn't really get anything else. No vinegar or anything like that. Kind of tastes like they just put a whole bunch of Carolina Reaper powder. Whew. Yeah, it's making my eyes burn. Ah. That's hot. Man, oh man, that's hot. Yep. On my scale, that's probably like a 7.5 or an 8. Out of things that I've tried that were hot, it's up there. It's pretty hot. The hottest thing I've ever tried is it's just straight Carolina Reaper powder. I just tried the raw powder on its own, and it tastes horrible. It tastes horrible. It tastes a lot like this hot sauce. This hot sauce is very hot, and manufactured at Cooking Spice Artist Lane. It's still kind of messing with my eyes a little bit. I'm going to have to assume that they suggest you use this for cooking. Small batch and crafted hot sauce made in Melbourne, Australia. All natural ingredients with no added preservatives, thickeners, stabilizers, additives, or coloring. Yeah. It's 2 thumbs up for the heat. Outside of that, though, I don't know. Hey, Ethan. Okay, guys. I'm going to move the camera up so we can see what's going on the table here. Going to have to move the lights around a little bit, change the tripod up some, and yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to keep a couple pieces of chicken here, and take that little tube thing in there away. Give the leftover chicken to my son. Alright, now, bear with me for a second while I move the camera. There we go. It's a lot better lighting now, huh? And I've still got half my lights off. Fold this right here up, yeah. Kind of reorganized some of my stuff back here a little bit. I think it's looking a little bit better now. Got a nice new addition right there. 1950. Yeah. Here. Have my son hold the camera for me for a second while I fix the tripod. I think this is going to be high enough. We'll see. Sorry guys, bear with me for a second. Like I said, this is a little bit of a different process here. Changing things around a little bit. I get on camera for you guys a little bit. Try those hot sauces out. All right, we got the tripod set up now. Got that tilted a little bit for you guys. Now I can see the chat again. So anybody who's been talking to me, because number one, I'm actually still, I got a little bit of an endorphin rush going on. And number two, I'm not thinking straight right now. I was trying out these hot sauces. Got a lot going on here, and I also really couldn't look at the chat because my eyes were burning so bad. Now I wanted to go ahead and eat the rest of these. What do you guys think? Should I eat the rest of these real quick? I can finish them off, but that will obviously delay the moving forward here towards the ration. So being part Alaskan Native, I get free healthcare and meds. Oh wow. Sonai can ask for whatever without cost being a factor. Wow, that's awesome. Jamie says save room for the ration. Yeah, I'm going to rinse my palate out a little bit because I'm still actually I still got some heat going on in my mouth. Yep. Not bad. Not bad. Trevor Chapman, I'm American and I don't get anything. Yeah, we don't get anything for free. Now, I have some Tim Tams out here. I'm going to move the camera down a little bit. I just kind of thought I'd give you guys a look at a little bit of the new setup that I got going on back here. Some new stuff set up, and yeah. Move the camera back down here, and no black background today. Actually I put brand new paper down so I'd have a nice clean slate. I haven't seen Dan yet in here, but if Dan is in here, man, thanks a lot for these awesome hot sauces. This Black Label is a fabulous hot sauce. It is pretty daggone hot too. I really like this. Now this one right here, most likely I would use this to spice up my chili or something. Renee says Dan is here. All right, cool, cool. We got 61 folks that have finally dropped in to join us. And I got some Tim Tams out right here. I might actually swap one of these out later because this is going to be a dessert that goes down in a little bit. But I do have the 2 packages in the refrigerator that are supposed to be in there. And how cool is it? I mean, they were awesome. Yeah, man. The packages changed color a lot. Like, they look completely different. So, really neat on that, on the packaging there. Really cool idea. I'm sure kids absolutely love that. Let's see. It's a 24-hour time release pill. I've been on it for 20 years. Talking about the endorphins kicked in. Yeah, you know what? The endorphins is actually it's actually a nice thing right now. I could kind of feel that I could move around a little bit easier. It's kind of cool. All right, Tim Tams are going off to the edge here. Now, as you guys can see, or in front of you, I have a 24-hour German EPA Type 3 from 2015. And I want to say that might be the best by date right there of April 30th of 2019. Give you guys a good look at that. I could be mistaken about that though, because I'm almost positive that the German rations are really weird about the dates. I'm not sure. I don't have them figured out yet, so just letting you guys know that ahead of time there. Now, also, I wanted to talk about this ration a little bit. Me and Steve actually split a case of these, and we got these. Hey, blindside! Holy cow, dude! Those Korean spicy were really good, and for the cause, thank you so much, dude, for that awesome $20 donation, man. That really, absolutely makes a difference, man. I want to make these live streams as good as I can. That just made me think about this. Tonight is a great night. I've got plenty of time to do this, and I wanted to. I want to open awesome rations, and I feel like this is an awesome ration, a 24-hour ration. But this is a really nice 24-hour ration. These things go. I mean, these things go for anywhere from 65 to 85 bucks, and that's with the shipping and stuff here in the United States. And like, I wanted to share that with you guys on the live stream. Jenny asked, "How is Steve?" Steve's doing good. Steve is got he. I think. Let me just. I'm gonna say it. I mean, I don't know. I know he just filmed something really cool. I'm not gonna tell you guys what it was, but I have a feeling he'll probably have that edited any day now. It may be out this week, hopefully, and I'm looking forward to it big time. He got super lucky with it, and it ended up being really, really cool. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that big time. But Steve's doing good, and he's just getting back in the swing of things, and going to have some videos coming out real soon. So, but yeah, dude, thanks Blindside again for the awesome $20 donation, man. Super, super appreciate it. Can't stay long. Just wanted to stop in and say, hey, Country Girl MRE, and I have to assume she has a channel. I think I might have checked out a review she done before, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Steve gets the coolest toys. He's like the MRE Batman. Yeah, yep. Yep. You're right. Can't disagree with that. I don't know. This is sealed, by the way. So, what we have here is a new style. This is the new style. Now, this is not the freeze-dried version. This is the standard version. And the freeze-dried is obviously, I'm pretty sure, geared towards more cold climate, mountain environments. This is a standard daily 24-hour ration. Hang on just one second. Hey, Ethan. Yeah. Come here, dude. Anyways, this is the standard German everyday 24-hour ration. It's not freeze-dried. I actually don't know what the mains are in this. I've not looked this ration up. I don't know anything about it. We went through the contents on this on a live stream once, but that's been so long ago I forget what was in it. It's Munch, I think. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what's in here, and we're going to put together a very large meal to have, and that's going to be the fun of this live stream. We're just going to have a big old, it's not, I'm not going to call it a mukbang, because I honestly don't have that large of a stomach, so I can't eat tons of food, but I'm sure looking forward to trying this. I've actually not had a full German ration before. I've had a lot of the components out of one, but I've never had a German ration myself. Not a full one to myself. I've had the mains out of them. I've had tons of the drink mixes and the sides. I've had basically a German ration, not all at once though. I've had just pieces of it here and there. Over time, you know what I mean? Like, it's just been spread out. So, right on top, we have the type cappuccino, as you can see there. And this is a coffee drink. And the packaging on this is super robust. Really, really thick. Very well made packaging. Very nice. Now here we have 4 drink mixes stacked up, I believe. First one we have is a grapefruit. I love the grapefruit drink. It is probably the closest thing to a natural drink mix that I've ever had. The grapefruit drink mixes out of the Germans taste exactly like a freshly squeezed grapefruit. And I'm not exaggerating at all. That's exactly what it tastes like. It tastes exactly like a freshly squeezed grapefruit. Now this is the exotic drink mix. We have Zitrone. I guess this is like a citrus, I'm going to assume. Like, I don't know. Somebody more familiar with their German might be able to tell me what's going on with that. No idea. Of course, it's an isotonic drink, but type Zitrone. I don't know. I've never had that one. Gotta say. Okay, Carlos says it's lemon. So, it's citrus, but lemon, not orange. Here's orange. So we have another citrus. We have orange. We have 3 citrus drinks. Orange, lemon, and grapefruit. And then we have, well, I guess exotic probably has a lot of citrus in it as well. So, make sure I keep that stuff on the camera. Probably ought to move this over here is what I ought to do. Oh, gosh. There we go. Drink mix. Get them all lined up here properly on the camera for you guys. And then we'll move on to the next item. Okay. Next up we have 35 grams of banana chips. Now these are dried. These are not freeze-dried. They're just dried banana chips. I can tell by the way they feel and the weight. I'm personally a huge fan of anything freeze-dried, just about. I like everything I've just about tried freeze-dried. Here we have 4 packages of sugar, and I love the cross on there. I don't know, I just think that looks cool. Super tough looking. So we have 4, I don't understand, 6.25 grams, I guess. Seems like it's more than that, but okay. 6.25 grams. I have an SRG also that I want to do on a live stream sometime, because I just happen to have 2 of the same menu. I bought one, I can't remember from who, and then Delicious actually sent me one, and Gundog was kind enough to ship it from Gundog's house to me, because Delicious actually put it in a package of Gundog's because he had extra room, and I ended up with 2 of the same menus, so that's a good opportunity to be able to review one and also have one on a live stream. So that'll be nice. Now we have tuna fish. I want to say that this is like a tuna salad, because if it's not, I don't know, maybe it's in tomato. I don't know, but it feels like it's definitely in something. Obviously tuna fish. Tuna fish. Okay. Next up we have our, wait a minute, is this, I think this is the coffee. Pretty sure this is the coffee. It's not the coffee whitener, I don't think. It may be though. Let me look. Yeah, but that is the coffee whitener, I think. Because right here's another one that I believe is the coffee whitener. And then we have right here, this is the coffee extract. Now the coffee extract, these packages actually make 300 milliliters, which is a pretty large cup of coffee. And if you make anything small, if you make anything smaller than that with these extracts, they are super strong. They also put a tea extract in here as well, and there's only 1.2 grams of this, and it makes 450 milliliters of tea. And that is a lot of tea, guys. That's a lot of tea. Oops, bumped the camera, sorry. And they actually put 2 of each of those in there. Here's another tea extract. And here is another coffee extract. Hey, Ethan. Yeah. Come here, dude. Next up, we have Liverwurst. And this is like a sausage. And we have I'm not sure what this one is. Anybody that is familiar can fill me in here. Because I haven't translated this, so I don't know. It's some kind of a pate, I think. I'm pretty sure. Here we have a package of wooden matches. German emeries are one of the best, in my opinion. It is chicken sausage, Mr. Reader 393 says. So, this is chicken sausage. That should be interesting. I see Fireman Food in the chat. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Now we have 1 package of the Trek and Eat crackers, biscuits, whatever you want to call them. These are the new style. A lot of folks don't like the new style. They like the old style. I like the old ones, but that's the only ones I've ever had. I haven't had the new ones, so this will be a new experience for me to get to try those. We also have another bread product in here. This is a can of rye bread. And it's pretty awesome because you get this nice resealable lid. And once you open it up, it's got a pull tab on there. No P38 or anything needed. But once you open that up, I think there's 6 or 8 slices in there of bread. So there's that. Now, we also have this chili butter to put on the bread, on the crackers. It's a spread. And I have not seen, I haven't tried this. I don't know anybody who has tried this with the chilies in it. But it used to be that it was just like a plain butter spread. And then they decided to add chilies to it. Probably, I'm going to say 2013 to 2015. Somewhere in that area. I'm not sure exactly what year they did it. Now here we have an apricot jam. And I'm looking forward to having one of these jams, let me tell you. Because I love the German jams. And this one right here might be black currant. I'm not exactly sure. Or a mixed berry. Someone with their German eyes on out there can probably let me know. I see Mr. Morningwood is in here. Awesome, awesome. Okay. Now we also have 2 of these cranberry produced by Orifo. Cranberry cereal bars. Or muesli bars. Breakfast bars. I'll just go ahead and tell you guys this while I'm thinking about it. I actually have a 2009. Actually, I take that back. I have a 1999, a 2000, a 2009, a 2010, and a 2012. I have all those different German EPAs, which are all the old style. And every one of the old ones that I have should be completely and totally edible. They all came from a really awesome guy over on the forums called Hausel. He's a guy over in Germany, and he's a paramedic over there. Awesome guy. He's got a YouTube channel, and he's been doing a lot of drone stuff, and he has like some old Army, like he travels around with these old Army vehicle guys that, and he takes some really cool nature footage. Really cool stuff. But you could not ask for a nicer guy than Hausel. Like, super wholesome dude. I really, really like that guy. I actually got to meet him back in 2016 at the MRE meetup. we got to meet. He came in from Germany to come to the MRE meetup, which was awesome. So, all right, here we do. Here we got. This is only live, okay? Just don't, not a mistake. Just a happy accident. Okay, now this is a package of cookies, obviously, and it's kind of hard to see. Man, these packages are super shiny, very metallic looking, you know. And I'll tell you what, this is not exactly the best tactical decision on the Germans' part, because if you think about that, you're setting out somewhere, the sun catches that, and boom. Like, it's like a mirror, like telling the enemy, hey, here I am, look at me, I'm eating my lunch. Just, it doesn't make sense. They should be a flat collar like this, at least something along those lines. I do think this is a bad tactical decision on their part. That's just a personal opinion. Now, other people may think differently about that. And here we go again with the mega shiny packaging. And this right here is, I think it's xylitol gum, but it's chewing gum. There's a bit in there. I believe there's 10 pieces, maybe even 12. There's 10 to 12 pieces of chewing gum in there, which is definitely adequate for a full day, in my personal opinion. Now we're going to move on to the main right now. And again, I do not have these translated, so I do not know what these are, but maybe I can have a German fella that might be in the chat right now help me out and let me know exactly what this main is. $300 grams. And I want to figure out what these mains are, because obviously I'm going to pick one of them for my my dinner tonight. And you can see that, I mean, they're a little bit dinged up, but nothing major. I mean, this is not bad at all. The first package I got from Germany was from Housel, and I promise you, I think someone actually played a game of soccer, or to my European fellows, a game of football with the box. It literally looked like they set it on the ground and just started kicking it, trying to put it through a goal. This is upside down. Here's the other main. I have no idea what it is. I think it's something with sausages or something. I think there are potato balls or something in that one. Carlos says. I see pork. Russell says. Pea soup with meat sausage, Mr. Reader. Are you German, Mr. Reader? I appreciate that. He said this one, I assume you're talking about this one, is pea soup with meat sausage. So that's what that one most likely is. And this one is, he says, yes, I am, bro. Awesome, dude. Thank you for the help on the translation here. I could break out the translator on the other phone, I guess. But it's nice to interact and ask you guys if you know what's up with it, if I don't know personally myself. I did no homework on this one, guys. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I didn't do anything. I just decided I was gonna have a German EPA tonight, and I kind of did that late in the game. Caitlin says the tuna is lemon pepper tuna. Awesome. I see he says pork again. Sorry. See if he can give me an idea what this one is as well. Again, I really do appreciate the help. Robin says Orifo tuna is the best. I am not a tuna fan, but I will eat that tuna. I'll eat that tuna just for you guys. Okay. This is 2 wet wipes, and they're awesome. I love the packaging. I really do. I love it. Scroll up. Okay, scroll up. Pasta with meatballs in cream sauce, Mr. Reader says. So, this one's the pasta and cream sauce, and this one was the pea soup with, I think, some pork sausages, I believe. Probably be having the pea. Yeah, yeah, pea soup is it. Pea soup it is. Okay, next out we have instant muesli. Is this the fruit? I see gluten. Let's see here. I want to say this is probably going to be like a fruit and nut muesli, if I'm not mistaken. Jamipsa tuna is better, Carlos says. He says pasta with meatballs and cream sauce. Oh yeah, I seen that, Blindside. I did scroll up and read that again. Thank you for the help, though. I appreciate that. Can someone tell me if I order U.S. military MREs, will they pass through Canadian customs? Yeah, that's honestly, that's like a 50-50. It's a 50-50 shot that they'll go through and a 50-50 shot that they... Well, honestly, I haven't heard of a lot of people having problems with MREs going through to Canada, so usually they do all right. Muesli with fruits, Mr. Reader 393 says, so I was right on that one. And this is the instant, obviously this is English, instant dessert cream orange. That sounds freaking amazing. There's a lot of powder in that too. How much powder is in there? 60 grams of powder. And it says to add 100 milliliters of I assume, room temperature water. And there's so much stuff here. It's like I don't even have room to display it all, really. I'll try my best, though. Nope, that didn't work. There we go. There we go. And I'm going to put one of those right there. We're not done yet. We got 2 packages of salt. Again, with the Maltese cross on it, which is awesome. Then we have, I want to say this is like a medicated wipe because I get, or maybe it's that's medium. 60% ethanol, which is 60% alcohol. Ingredients: alcohol and water. So yeah, this is for like. Well, I mean, you could clean up a cut or something like that with that because it has alcohol in it, which is nice. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 water purification tablets, which are absolutely awesome to have. Carlos does sell rations. He sells Spanish rations. Yep, I was just going to say that. This is last but not least. Excuse me. Last but not least, we have the Chocolat, and that's 25 grams each bar. 2 Orifaux chocolate bars. They changed it up completely. It used to be one single bar, one single 50-gram bar. I don't know if I have one of those laying around here or not, but they changed that up. I should mention also too that I have one 1978 German EPA that is almost complete. It had a jam bust in it on shipping to me. And I also have 3 1990, or 89, sorry, 1989 German EPAs as well. They all, the 78 and the 89s all came in one case together. And I think a lot of that stuff's actually still going to be edible, believe it or not. I know it sounds crazy, but Cold War era stuff holds up. And here is what I should have gotten first. Ready to eat meal. But there's your list of stuff that's going on there. Now I'm going to have to go through here and pick out what I want to have. Obviously, I don't want to waste a bunch of stuff, so I'm going to actually just take out what I think I can eat. So I'm definitely going for the pea soup with the sausages. Going to have a chocolate bar, of course. You guys tell me if you really want to see the muesli. Definitely going to have the instant dessert cream. I think everybody wants to see that, including myself. But if you guys want to see the muesli too, I can manage that as well. I don't mind. Cappuccino or coffee? I don't know which one I should go with there. I'll leave a package of salt out as well. throw that back in there. I think I probably should try the chili butter stuff. We'll leave the rye bread and the crackers out. I figured both of those will be something that, and I'm not going to use the wet wipe, right? This alcohol wet wipe. There's no point in that. I think everybody knows what a wet wipe looks like. I didn't know what muesli was until I saw Flight of the Concords back in the day. Yeah, it's like just a thicker grain, similar to what we use. Like they use it the same as what we do oatmeal, and it's quite similar. I mean, but yeah, just a breakfast cereal to eat, hot water or cold water. Kaylin says to save the muesli for another day. I can make a complete meal out of muesli, like even for dinner. I like eating stuff like that as a dinner. We have the cookies, which will probably be pretty good with that orange cream. I gotta say. And do you guys want to see both coffee and tea, or one or the other? I like both of these. I enjoyed both. You can make the muesli salty. That is pretty much kosher, right? I don't know, dude. I've never had muesli that tastes like kasha, but kasha usually swells up more like a rice does. To me. We'll leave the gum out as well. And again, there's a wet wipe. There's the gum. There's the matches. There's a whitener. I put the other one up because I did plan on only using one of these. Okay, they only gave us 2 whiteners, but they give us 2 coffees and 2 teas. So I think they must intend on only having whitener with probably the tea. That's what I have to assume. I'll leave a coffee and a tea out for right now. And I wouldn't mind trying this cappuccino. So I put these up. Now we're going to have to pick out some drinks here. I can pretty much tell you guys exactly what the grapefruit tastes like. And I really enjoy the grapefruit, so I don't mind to drink it. I'd like to try the orange and see if it's as close to authentically natural tasting as the grapefruit is. And lemon or exotic. I'll leave the lemon out for now. I'm not a big fan of the exotic, if I'm being truthful. Just, that's a personal thing. Okay, leave out 2 packs of sugar. We got our jams here, which I wouldn't mind eating both of those. We have 2 cereal bars. Leave one of those out. The tuna, not a big fan of that, but oh well. Okay, I think that's it. Now, before I move on to this actual meal, let me set this out of the way real quick. Oh gosh. Ah, oh man. Ow. Ooh, okay. I wanted to share something with you guys really quick. I made a purchase on eBay the other day. Oh, let me get it. Oh, let me get it up here real quick. And I absolutely feel like Blindside sent me some stuff, and I feel like it absolutely deserves to have its own mail call. But this. Oh. Okay. Now I'll tell you guys the reason that I want to share this with you here in just a second. And I want to share this seller with you guys. I'm going to go ahead and just open this up. We'll see what we got in here. All right. Now, I'm going to pull this up for you guys so you can see it here in just a second. I got, this is a 2004, I believe, MRE. I think it was a 04. No date code on this. Must be a Warnick. It is a Warnick. Anyways, this is chicken and Thai sauce. Okay? Now let me pull this fella up. This guy, right now, has, if you guys know what the tray rations are, or the unitized group ration, or UGRs, he has UGR trays right now for $10 and free shipping. I'm here to tell you right now, it cost almost $10 to ship one of those UGR flat trays. It's a fantastic deal that he's got going on over there. So let me pull him up here. That way you guys can go check him out. Again, like I said, he has here is, there's his eBay, guys. Michael Tenney. I'll show you guys what he's got for sale. I mean, he didn't. I'm just doing this because I think he's got a fantastic deal, and it's a great way for you guys to get in to one of these tray rations, these group rations, right here, for $10 and free shipping. I'm telling you, I'm here to tell you that is a fantastic deal. Let me see if there's any other ones down here I can compare price wise for you guys, because usually they go for about $25 shipped for one of those trays. I'm not seeing one there. Here's one. Oh, wow. Look at that. Creamed ground beef. But they want $14 and $27.80 shipping for one tray. That's just, no. No, I don't think so. Okay, here's another typical what you're looking at. Now, this is a cake, MRE dessert tray, breakfast cake, camping emergencies, $25 and $15 shipping for one cake. So you're looking at $40 for one cake. That is just, that's for one tray. Like I said, guys, if you guys want to go check him out, I mean, it really is a fabulous deal. And he doesn't have like the most interesting stuff left. People snapped up what he had, but he's got 09 mashed potatoes and brown gravy, 2011 mashed potatoes and brown gravy. He's got 2011 apple dessert, 09 brown rice, and he's got 2010 apple cinnamon oatmeal, and that's it. Everybody else has snatched up all the good stuff that he did have. Burgundy beef stew, wow, that would have been nice to have. Pork sausage and cream gravy, yeah. Beef roast with gravy would have been awesome. Yeah, there was some awesome stuff there, but that stuff was gone whenever I found it. So, but yeah, you guys definitely probably should check him out. Hey, Smokey lucked out and made it to the stream. Hello, MRE family, and that was Gut Browser. What's up, my friend? But yeah, I wanted to just show you guys that stuff. And is Blindside still in here? Because if Blindside's still in here, I'll open up. I'm at least going to, oh, God. This other package that I have right here. This, he hooked me up with a Menu 11 vegetable crumbles and pasta and taco style sauce. And this is actually a 2017. Right there's the date code. 7093. I've not had anything this fresh. The last time I had this menu was when it first came out. What's 2014 and 2013. So I'm going to have to assume that they made some changes usually after the initial they make some changes. Isn't vegetable crumbles like the new Vomlet? Not this one. No, this is the taco style. This is the one that's the taco style. And the penne pasta with vegetable crumbles is just yeah. They use it. They use making the TVP, the textured vegetable protein, and most people are just not a fan. Now he also hooked me up with one of these, which I think is awesome. I'm going to use this on a live stream probably, because I think making a video out of it would be kind of tough on its own. Made by Daytrex. I didn't realize they were made by Daytrex, but this is I believe they're Chinese. I'm not sure. Kim Sargent? What? This is, they call it a Bippin' Bap, but they have these on eBay, and I seen a pack of like 12 of them for, I want to say like $50 for 12 of them, which, you know, breaks down to $3 and some high change each. I see Gina. We've had much better luck with these vegetarian dishes than some of the meat dishes. The vegetarian dishes always have better desserts. I'm just that's a given. They try to substitute the vegetarians by having more carbs and sweet desserts type items. But yeah, Blindside hooked me up with this. Now, he also, hang on, it's going to take me a second to bend over and get this. He also had this sent along from Art and Nina over at foreignmre.com. As you guys can see, someone sent you a gift. Again, this was sent by to me by Blindside, and if he wants, I can go ahead and open this up right now. I did already film the mail call. I wonder if I could take, I don't know, let's just go ahead and open it up, and maybe I can pull the excerpt of this video out and add it to the other unboxing video that I already have filmed. I can't promise that I'll be able to do that, but I'll try. I'll try to do that. Because this is pretty exciting, I gotta say. Okay, just one second, guys. I know I got a big meal to eat, and I'm an hour into this thing already. Let's go ahead and open this box up. Actually, I'm going to open the bottom. Definitely don't want to accidentally cut into this, so get it in there and stick your fingers underneath there like that. Helps if you got a little blade that doesn't stick too far down in there. Seen a lot of people accidentally cut open some brand new rations, cutting down into the boxes. Alright, let's go for the big unveil here. Wow, like just wow. Hold on. And there's also a letter. We just got the flat rate envelopes in there. There's nothing else in there. We have a letter here. It says Old Smoky. This ration's a gift from Blindside 0187. Enjoy, Art and Nina. Thank you so much, Blindside, dude. Holy freaking cow, man. I think everybody in the chat should do a silent clap. An internet clap real quick. Oh, that's a different slide. Oh, okay, it's upside down. Duh. I'm like, wait a minute, that bag's different. Oh, yeah, looking good. Looking good. Menu A. I have no idea what the mains in this one are. What's the date here? Looks like April 24th, and I think that's a 7, so that'd be a 2017. Yeah, April 24th, 2017. CR1M. Wow. Yeah, guys, that's one of the holy grails of ration reviewing or ration reviews. Definitely wow. Like, just wow. So, there we go, guys. Got the CR1M here. Menu A. Got to get this thing checked out. Again, I'm going to try to add that to the unboxing that I already have filmed. Because I filmed... Dan actually sent a CR1M too, so now I have two. A Menu H, I think, if I remember correctly. And if Dan is still in here, dude, I'm going to... unfortunately, I'm going to have to go ahead and open that thing up. I probably should have already done it. And inspect it for damage, because it had some indications of leaking on, especially the menu paper inside. That was like the main indication to me that there might be something liquid leaking out in there. And after this video, after I go and get my leg kicked up, and I'm going to have to take that with me and go ahead. I'm going to have to open it up. I hate to, man. I really do. I don't like opening rations up until it's time to review them or have them on a live stream. But I just wanted to throw that out there, that I'm going to have to do that, because I don't want that thing to get ruined. So, awesome, a blindside to hook it up, man. Like he really did hook it up. Yeah, best check it out because of the temps. Because of the temps we've been having, it could be melted where there's caramels or anything. By looking at it, I don't think it was caramels. It could be, but it seemed liquidy. That would be the best case scenario, actually. Melted where there's caramels, no biggie there. I can wipe that stuff off, and it, that's no biggie, not a problem. Okay, let's get into this thing. Let's get started on some awesome German food, and then we're gonna have some Tim Tams for the final dessert. Okay, I'm going to go throw that in boiling water right now, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about the silence, guys. Not a big fan of leaving you guys hanging like that, but got to do what I got to do. Okay. I did leave both of the sausages out. This is the one I really want to try, though. And now this is a totally different brand that I'm familiar with. Farmland Food Service, so that'll be cool. I left both the jams out also. We got that. Well, let's get some drinks going first of all, and then I'll do that. Got to get that dessert going too. Let's start off with the orange drink. Wait a minute. See how many milliliters this sucker takes before I decide on the cup. Why am I? Oh, 500 milliliters. Whoa. I don't think either one of the cups I have will hold 500 milliliters. Alright, I'm just going to have to eyeball half of the powder. I hate doing that, but neither one of my cups I don't think will hold 500 milliliters, so this one might be just a tad bit, hold a little bit more volume, maybe. So I'll go with that one right now. I'm just going to cut this open since I've got to save half of it. Try to keep that cut as close to the top as possible. And now I'm going to try my best to do half the powder. And get it all over the tray as well. Awesome. Yeah, buddy. Now we got to get us 250 milliliters of water. Yeah, I'm interested to try this this orange drink out. I've never had it, and I think if it's anything like the grapefruit, it's going to be awesome. Sebastian, buddy, chill out. Hey, E! What? Take care of Sebastian, dude. He's going to get you, Bubba. Okay, here we go. Let's see what this colored. Okay. Yeah, that was 250. No way I could have got another 250 into that cup. I'd have had to use my actual measuring cup to get 500 milliliters mixed up. And I'm going to need the measuring cup for other drinks as well. He's going to get you, buddy. He's going to get you. Sorry, guys. The pup is hungry, and he's mad. Okay, one thing the Germans do not provide is a disposable spoon because they have metal utensils that they hand out that are a three-piece set that they use. I don't have one. I've been meaning to get one for a long time and just haven't. E, come and get him, dude. Yep, he's hungry, because he's whining hardcore. Yeah. Alright, I'm not even going to wait on this. You can see it kind of gets a little weird film on top, but they all do that. I don't know why. But this is the orange drink, and I want to just want to give it a try. Oh, wow. That's really good. It doesn't taste like fresh squeezed orange juice, but it does taste like natural orange juice. Whoa, I'm into pain. Thanks so much. Man, wow. Awesome. Super generous $5 donation. You didn't even type anything for me to read out there, man. Thank you so much for that. I was telling both my boys this week, because of some future events that may go down, that I'm going to try my best to muscle through doing the one chip challenge and the death nut challenge. I'm going to try to do both of them this week. I'm going to have to deal with the heightened sensitivity. But thanks again for the awesome generous $5 donation, and thanks again, Blindside hooked me up with a awesome donation tonight, and I mean, like, seriously, $200 worth of rations, like, insane. Thank you so much again, man. Wow. It's overwhelming. It really is. I'm super humbled, man. Super humbled. That ship's oh no, it's sealed up, dude. It's good to go. Yeah. The reason I haven't done it, man, is because I've been on antibiotics for so long that I've been messing with my palate. Like, that hot sauce tonight was probably double as hot as what it would normally be to me, but it's probably what most people would think it would be normal to them. I guess is how I would describe that. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, my sensitivity levels to spicy things have been very heightened. And I've been afraid of doing it. But after the hot sauces tonight, I'm confident that I can do it. I know I can do it. So that's on my agenda for this week. And I'm editing videos right now also that'll be out. So I need to stop wasting time and work on getting... Okay. What? I'm kind of wanting the cappuccino, if I'm being honest. Wow, it only says 150 milliliters. Huh. I don't want to do that one in that. I want to do the coffee. Where is the coffee? There we go. The tea extract, 450 milliliters. This takes 300, as you can see. And again, these are extracts. And the extracts are 10 times more powerful than just a regular freeze-dried coffee or something of that nature. Yeah, these are super concentrated. Hence the name. And I don't know if 300 milliliters. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see here. What's 8 ounces in milliliters? 8 ounces is about 250 milliliters. Yeah, this should be pretty daggone close. So we'll just, this will be a full cup though. Yeah, we'll just make a strong cup. Heck with it. There we go. Coca Loca challenge. Coca Loco challenge. I've never heard of that one. Maybe I'm missing something. Where's the sugar? There it is. Okay, now I've got to separate these sugars. I'm careful, I'll be able to cut them apart. Got to be careful here. I don't want to accidentally open one. There we go. Well, just dropped that one. I ain't bending over to pick it up. I can tell you all that. I should have done this already, but I want to thank each and every one of you guys for taking time out of your Sunday evening. I'm sorry I couldn't have done this yesterday on Saturday like I always plan to do. But it worked out for the best. I'm feeling a lot better today, and again, I want to thank you guys for taking the time out of your day. That's a lot of powder. That is a lot of powder, if I'm being honest. It doesn't look like it on camera, but it looks like it's a pretty good sized mountain of powder in there. I'm dumping all that sugar in there. That shouldn't be even a second thought. Now, I should have a whitener here somewhere. There we go. Here's the whitener. That cafe whitener. And that's going in here. Now, those tear notches don't work very well. That packaging is super robust, like I was saying. It's got a nice plastic lining. So this stuff should hold up for a very long time. If I'm just guessing, I'd say this stuff will still be around 20 years from now. I don't know if this has got actual milk powder in it, but I still think it would hold up for a long time. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah. This should be an awesome cup of coffee. Looks like Rob's taking off. Later, Rob. Appreciate you spending the time. Really do, man. Raining here in Kentucky. It is snowing here. And last I checked, it was like 23 degrees. 22, 23 degrees. Let me see if it's still snowing. Yep, it's still snowing, but not very hard. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and dump out. Nope, that's not going to fit. I don't think. We'll see. Let's see. Got the whole 300 milliliters here. Let's see if it'll all fit. This is the Magic Cup. Alright, it did all fit. Fantastic. That is awesome. And I need to go get the main. It's been in there way too long. Holy crap. No, Minnie, no. Ow. No, Minnie. Minnie. No. Minnie. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, I left that in there way too long. Thank goodness it did not pop. Whew! Yeah, that's my old lady cat. She's, I don't know, I think she's going on about 10 years old. She's getting close to 10 years old. She's at least 8, maybe 9. And I gotta say, I can smell that coffee from about 7, 8 feet away. And it smells amazing, but it's very strong. I have a feeling it's going to be super, super strong. Which I'm fine with. And there is the famous Bob Ross cup. Love this cup. Love it. Okay, I'm ditching the tea extract. I don't think I'm going to need that. And if you guys want, I can do the rest of this ration on another live stream, but I just like I've said before, I like to have a full ration for you guys. I don't like to make you guys watch part of a ration here and part there. So that's why I just never really wanted to do that. Sleeps for the wimps. Drink that coffee. Oh yeah, I'm drinking the coffee. I'm drinking all of it. It's super strong. I can already tell you. It's way, way too hot for me to drink right now, though. Gosh, it smells really, really good. Let me set these jams over here out of the way. Okay, get that out of the way. I did leave some stuff out over here that I'm not going to use. I mean, I guess I could make up another drink. Let's go ahead and, I'm just going to go ahead and open up these matches real quick, because I want to look at them, see what the packaging looks like. Oh yeah, there we go. Got 2 rows of wooden matches in there. I love the fact that they still put wooden matches in here. That's something they've been doing since World War II, that I know of for sure, maybe before that. Very cool touch, I like that. They seem like quality matches. Okay, there's our salt. Okay, now I don't know how difficult this stuff is. Up. It's got a nice gust at the bottom though, so set it over there out of the way. We have our cookies here that feel like they have seen better days. They're definitely smashed up beyond recognition. My leg is on fire. I don't know what is going on. These are the cookies. Oh, look at that. That is awesome. Check the cookies out. About the size of Cookie Crisp. Man, they smell really, really good too. They're not all beat up either, by the way. Those look really good. I gotta try one right now. Sorry, can't wait. They kind of remind me of like a cough drop in the shape, but really cool. Got some shortening going on there. Kind of buttery. Those might be chocolate flavored. I think they are. They are. It's not a very strong chocolate flavor though. Very good. Not very sweet. Those are awesome. I dig those. Those are going to go well with this orange cream, I think. I know chocolate and orange don't really mix very well, but I think they're going to be pretty good. Get these biscuits opened up. The Trek and Eat, the new style. Well, smell very flour like. And there's going to be, let's see, there's 12 of these biscuits in a pack. I'm going to get 6 out for now. We really don't need all 12 out, I don't think. All right. Now I'm going to dig into this, not sure if I'm going to say it right, but liverwurst. Yeah, look at that. Very potted meat ham-like smell. Oh, okay, I thought those were going to be super hard, but they feel like they'd be hard, but they're not. So I'm going to cut a piece of this sausage out of here. Ooh, that's almost maybe spreadable. Yeah. There we go. Give that a try. I figured I was going to have a lot stronger iron taste. It does have the iron taste, but it's not very strong. But I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Nope. Not my thing. I should have went with this one. Let's go ahead and check it out. This is the chicken sausage, I believe. Whoa. Look at that fat ring. I can't say much for the biscuits as of right now. Can't really taste them over the meat spread, the liverwurst. I'm going to take just a little bite of just the biscuit on its own. They have a very, very, very slight hint of sweetness to them. And they're definitely a flour-based cracker. The texture is really nice. I do enjoy the texture a lot. Let's try this chicken sausage and see if this is any better than the liverwurst. I'm just not a liver fan, guys. I just never have claimed to be, and I never will be, I don't think. But we'll try the chicken sausage here and see if it's how good it is. Okay. Yeah. To someone like me, that's 10 times better than the liverwurst. Does have a chicken flavor to it, I would say. Kind of like more like a brown meat chicken than a white meat chicken, like more of a savory, hearty type flavor. Yeah, it doesn't take much. I'm not a pate fan or even a sausage like this fan, and I'll tell you why I'm not. I would probably have loved this as a kid, but I grew up eating so much stinking bologna. That's what I ate every day, all day. Like, probably ate it 2 to 3 times a day for 12 years. And I got beyond burned out on it. I guess growing up poor or whatever, I mean, that's what we could afford. And actually, I liked it. I developed an acquired taste for it, I guess is what you would say. But now, I can't stand the smell of bologna. I don't even like looking at bologna. Yuck. It's just not my thing. But while we're into this and doing the cracker thing right now, these are nice. You can split them in half fairly easily. I want to try this chili butter spread and see if it's actually got some chili flavor to it. It'd be kind of interesting to see if it does or it doesn't. It's definitely got a red color to it, whereas the old one was just, it looked straight up like butter. It was yellow. Give it a smell. Not much of a smell there. So I'm just going to give it a try. Okay. Yeah. That's not bad. Very buttery. Almost cheesy. I don't know. The more I taste it, it tastes like cheese. Tastes like a very, very mild cheddar with a little bit of chili flavoring added. You can definitely taste the chili flavoring. Huh. I gotta say, that's kind of odd to me. It doesn't have any spice to it. But it tastes like cheese. I wonder if is it cheese? I thought it was the butter spread stuff with chilies added, but it tastes like cheese. Seems like everything's okay on my end. Someone said something happened. All right, Eeyore. Yeah, it does, and I was brought up on yeast extract as well as salted licorice. I like licorice, but the salted stuff is too much for me. Steve sent me some supposedly super hot licorice. Since you guys are talking about it, maybe I should dig it out and try it after this. Because I've never had spicy hot licorice. We're going to rinse that down a little bit with this coffee that is still super hot. If you guys like super strong coffee, like a really dark roast coffee, you'd really like that. I like that bitter strongness that it has, like a really harsh flavor. Even with that full pack of creamer and sugar in there, it's not sweet. And it's not creamy. It tastes like strong. It doesn't taste black, but it's pretty close. Hi, Mickey Joe. Somebody says butt sauce. Let's see here. What else? What's next? Now, that coffee kind of makes me want to dip one of these in it. I'm going to try it. Because, like I said, these kind of have a slight sweetness to them. I thought that would soak the flavor in more, but it didn't. Yeah. I like the old crackers better. These aren't bad by any stretch, but they're not great. They're better than the US crackers, in my opinion. I'd rather have these than the US. Got the jams too. But we're going to get into the main right now. And this is a pea soup with pork sausage, I believe. Oh yeah, straight out of Germany. Maybe I can get that off of there. Gonna try. There we go. All right. Now, I can guarantee you guys that I overcooked this by about 10 minutes at least. Let's see what we got going on in here. Looks like we got some potatoes. Of course, we have plenty of peas. And we have 2 of these hot dogs. Here in America, that's just a hot dog. That's not a sausage. But let's go ahead and look inside of it. Oh, okay. It's got a little bit more of a firm texture. By me cutting through it, I can tell. And there's a look. The best look I can get. Best look I can give you on the inside of it. I see, looks like some sort of a herb and spice right in the center. Right there. I hope that's what that is. That or skewered at some point. Alright, I'm going to give the pork sausage a try. Oh, wow. Super juicy. Right off the rip. Tons of flavor. It's not like overly soft, but it's a little bit too soft, and that could be my fault. I feel like the soup base is very thick. I'm going to try one of the potatoes. Okay. I can taste it. It's got just a slight metallic flavor, and I know that's my fault. I know it is. I know I left it in the boil for too long. There's a little bit of everything. It's very salty. I would not say that it is. I've had some pea soups before that were just overpoweringly pea flavored. This is not that way. This seems to have like a nice pork stock, or maybe even like a chicken stock, like a savory stock of some sort. Looks like there's some kind of a shredded meat up in there. Let's see. You guys can see that right there. I don't know what's that one. I don't know. Hang on. Interesting. That's some kind of an herb or spice of some kind. That wasn't a piece of meat. That's celery, I'm pretty sure. What else do we got going on in here? Is that a chunk of ham or pork right there? It is. Bacon? It's probably bacon. It is bacon. I don't know if that's what they're calling it, but that's what it is. Yep. Not very much of it in there. 3 little teeny tiny pieces. The sausages, though, I gotta say, they're not bad. They're not bad. Now, this is a pretty salty dish. And I don't know if you guys have watched much, but I like salt. I like salty dishes. And for me to say that this is salty, it's salty. That's what it was missing. A little bit of a contrast in texture there. Definitely needed that. Huh. I'm going to have my son try this. I think he'd like it. Not my younger son. I don't think he'd like it. My older son might like it, though. And he's not currently home. Wish I wouldn't overcooked it. I like sauerkraut, dude. I just seen Lendl say kraut was good. Yeah, I like sauerkraut. Daniel, I'm terrified to try the Polish SR6 with Bigos. What's Bigos? Where did I get my... Oh, that's a cracker. Wow, my laptop just did a stupid, completely locked up, had to refresh the page multiple times. Going to sign off for the night. Have to do a few things before I upload my video tonight. All right, thanks for hanging out. Calist. I've forgotten how to say it. Calist. That's right, Calist. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks everyone for taking time out of your day to hang out and watch me do all this crazy crap on a video. All right, so I'm not keeping you guys here all night. I'm not going to make you guys sit there through me eating this entire thing. It is going to get eaten. Set it off here to the side so I can make up this instant dessert cream orange. I'm going to cut that open just like I cut everything else open tonight. Okay. Wow, look at the amount of powder in there. Oh, all right, everyone. Eeyore, I want a bite of that soup. Come on over and you can have a bite. Thank you so much for that awesome $20 donation. Holy cow. You guys are absolutely too generous, and I really, really, really do appreciate it. And I'm not just saying that. I take it to heart, and I really do appreciate it, guys. It goes a long way on my end. Every time I open something up on here, usually I've spent my money on it, and I want to share it with you guys. That's the whole point. So I really appreciate that, guys. Again, you guys don't have to do that, but I do appreciate it. Yeah, Eeyore. All right. What is this? 100 milliliters. That's not very much water. I have a feeling this is going to be kind of hard to mix up. Has anyone mixed one of these up before? Would I be better off dumping all this powder into the mixing, or not the mixing cup, but the measuring cup, and then, have the 100 milliliters of water in the mixing cup, and then dump all this powder into the mixing cup? Do you think that would be the best way to go there? I'll tell you guys what I'm going to do. I'm going to try that. I'm just going to try it. What's the worst that could happen? All right. I can't believe it says only 100 milliliters. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up half the powder, because this is a huge meal, and I would actually like to have some of that orange cream stuff later, and I'm going to save some to mix up later. Where's my milliliters at? And I don't have 50 milliliters on this cup, so just going to have to eyeball it halfway to the line. All right. Look at that. That's 50 milliliters. There's like nothing in there. I mean, and 100 milliliters is not much more. Very little powder. So hopefully this stuff mixes up really, really well. Now, I'm going to dump in about half of this powder right into this cup. I'm going to eyeball it because I can't really do much else. Need a new spoon before that gets all wet. Skim it right off the top because I put more than half of it in there. Okay, I think I did. We'll find out here in just a second. Got me a nice long Dairy Queen spoon. How cool is that? Now let's check out this dessert. I'm going to mix it up. Nope, I'm going to have to put more powder in it. I think. Yeah, I'm going to have to put more powder in it. Smells awesome. Very nice orange smell coming off of there. I want to just have to guess that that's roughly half of the powder. I think the colder your water is on this one, the better it would be. Has anybody had any really cool ration finds lately? I know it's I haven't had much luck. I haven't been able to look a whole lot here recently. But the coolest thing I've gotten recently was the new lifeboat and Lifecraft ration, and I have another lifeboat, or abandoned ship ration coming as well. But look at this thing. It's like it's pretty much in mint condition. Couldn't ask for much better than that. Beautiful little ration. It's like a little tiny piece of ration jewelry. So I think we got just about half of the powder mixed up here. It actually did like a lot, made it a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. All right, I'm going to lick the spoon and see if that's about right. Oh, wow. That's weird. Whoa. Super light and fluffy. It's like very airy. It's got a really nice orange flavor. And it is, like I said, it's very airy. That's pretty awesome. And I do think that it's going to be a really nice match with that little cookie right there. Oh, man. Creamy. The sweetness of the little cookie and the shortening mixes perfectly with the kind of tangy citrus. I didn't think that was going to be exactly all that great, but I'm here to tell you that that is awesome. Okay. Had to plug the phone in, the camera in, or I was going to lose you guys. Wow. That is so good. Man, oh man. I could just throw a bunch of these cookies into this, actually, and it would be awesome. That is so good. That citrus is really nice mixed with that little chocolate cookie. That is really good. I'd like to try the strawberry. I want to say there's a mixed berry as well. There's a mixed berry powder like this that comes out like a like a bluish color. Oh man, I'd really like to try that. They're all like, as far as this goes, this is really good though. So I'm impressed. Yep, I'm definitely impressed. I think even the coffee will follow that up quite nicely. Now the problem with having these little tiny cookies, can't really do much dipping in the coffee with them. I mean, I guess if you want to do it that bad, they're just so tiny. Whoa. Oh wow. They soaked that up really nice. Soaked the flavor in, got nice and soft. Mmm. Just like an Oreo. Wow, these I'm amazed by these little cookies, how good they are. Wow. Mmm. Yeah, I could spoon a little spoonful of coffee. Drop one of the little cookies in there like so. Watch it. Look at it soaking it up. Wow. These things are super absorbent. Look at that. Huh. There, it's completely soaked up the coffee now. Mmm. They almost have like a little bit of a molasses flavor to them. They may be a molasses cookie. I'm not real sure because the flavoring is not real strong either way. I don't know. It does taste like chocolate though. It's hard to tell. Again, like I said, the flavoring is not real strong. More of the shortening and stuff flavor. Really nice though. I gotta go in for one more bite of this before I move on any further. I'm sorry. I should have moved on from this already, but it's so light and airy. It's like a mousse. A really nicely whipped mousse. Really good. Really good. I gotta set it out of the way or I'm gonna eat it all. Right now. Got my little chili. That tastes like cheese, like chili cheese. Kind of interesting. Not what I had expected. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is a mixed berry or black currant or what this is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try it. I know what apricot jam's like. I've actually had the German apricot jam, and it's really nice. It's sweet. The apricot flavor is very natural and very prominent. It's strongly flavored with the apricot. It's not like a light flavoring. I'll get damn autocorrect. I've never even seen that word before. So it just happened. So I just heated the 2014 number 23 chicken pesto pasta in the FRH and gave it to the dog. Not really good smelling. It was stored good too. Just weird smelling. Yeah, the chicken pesto pasta, dude. That's it. That's one of those MREs that you either love it or you hate it. There's not a whole lot of in between. Like, it's okay. No, either you're like, yeah, man, I really like the chicken pesto pasta, or you're like, I can't stand it. It's not a subtle dish. Kind of tastes like somebody grounds up pine needles, and the essence of that pine is just infused into it. I feel like it's a little bit overpowering in its flavoring. My kids like the chicken pesto pasta. I'm not a huge fan of the chicken pesto pasta. That's just again, that's a personal opinion. But now look, this jam's in like really good condition. Like it's nice and not super dinged up. It's got a ding there, but not super dinged up. And then you look at this one, and it's seen better days. Like it's pretty rough. But let's figure out what this is. I wonder if it's black currant. Definitely has a nice red color to it. Well, not much of a smell to it. Whoa. Okay, that's really firm. Okay, and it's got a bit of air trapped up in there. That's, I don't know, kind of looking somewhat figgy. Like it looks like it's got fig seeds in it, or maybe strawberry seeds. Alright, I gotta try just the jam on its own before I try it on the cracker. Ouch. Just try just the jam and see what's up. Okay. It's got a weird skin on top of it. It kind of tastes like wild cherry. But the texture's off. Like, this is not the way it's supposed to be, I don't think. Something's not right here. Well, you know what? Let me tell you what I think. I think there's actual skins of fruit in here. Like the skins of cherries or the skins of something in there. It tastes like a sour cherry. Kinda. But those seeds are throwing me off. Those seeds are like kind of look like fig seeds or strawberry seeds. I don't know if you guys can see them. You kind of see them. There's one right there. And then you can see some up in there. Okay. Does anybody know what this is? That's in the chat still? I don't think it says on the paper. On the paper it just says 2 jams. I'm confused. I can't place it. It's not as tangy as what a like a sour cherry would be, but it has the skins of fruit in it, which is kind of odd. I've never had a jam that had such distinguishable skins in it like that. It's good. I like it. I like the jam. I just can't place what it is. And it's got a really weird texture. Like, super weird. I've never had jam. Maybe I can kind of get it to come across if I try to scoop it out with this cracker. Like, see, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. Other than it's just kind of strange. There you go, Renee. Should I hold it up longer? Daniel, I've always got extra MCWs, so no worries. That's one thing I've never had extra of is MCWs. I have one left. Actually, no, yeah, no, I have one left? Yeah, It's sitting right here too. It's a breakfast menu. It's either 10, 11, or 12. I'm not sure which. But I'll tell you something that's became really scarce, and it's kind of odd to me that they're that they're so hard to find, and that is the long range patrols. You just don't see them anymore. Renee, got it. Okay. Jenny says, "Is it cranberry?" I've got 9 cases right now and be getting more as needed. Wow. Heck yeah, dude. That's awesome. Those are great rations to stock up on, man. If you're going to stock up on something and you can afford it and you have the means and you have a good line on getting some cheaply, then meal cold weathers or long range patrols are definitely the ones you want to get for your long-term storage. Now, I do know that you can get 4 cases right now on eBay. The fellow will sell, if you buy 4 cases, he's selling them for like $420 for 4 cases. So it's $105 per case, which breaks down to like $8 per meal, which is that's insanely cheap. What you pay or sell them for, Daniel Hertz. That is a lot. It's black currant, Renee says. Huh. I think it's kind of like something, it must have had air getting into it because of the way that it's kind of dried out somewhat. It's kind of weird. I sell them for $75 a case. Plus shipping would put you about $125. So that, you're getting them for roughly, yeah, I'm going to guess that it equals out to probably roughly $125 or so with shipping. I'm going to assume shipping's close to $40-50, and that breaks down to about $10 a meal, which I don't know if any of you guys know where you can buy a meal cold weather for $10 shipped, but if you know where you can get them for $10 shipped, let me know, because you can't find them that cheap. So that's a good deal. That is a good deal. Got this. Now that I think about it, like I've got these the Tim Tams back here. I don't know why I was going to open this up. It's just a straight up dark chocolate bar. I think it's dark chocolate. I haven't had one of these new styles. Let's just go ahead and open it. Let's just go ahead and open it and check it out. I'm pretty sure it's like the French, the old school French, like was in that survival ration I had. It's the same shape. And maybe even made by, see that 3 ribbed shape that it has. If you guys go back and watch my old, that French survival ration that I did, the gold one, the chocolate bars looked exactly like this in it. And they're nice and firm chocolate. Nice little cross section on it. Just give it a try. That's pretty good. I don't think it's as good as the old chocolate, though. I like the old chocolate better. Not that that's not good. That is a good chocolate. I prefer it to be a little darker. If I'm going to have dark chocolate, I want it to be dark. What percentage is this? Does it even say? I see 54 grams of sugar. Doesn't say what percentage. Oh, maybe right there, 43%. I'll bet you that's it right there. 43% KAO. Cacao. So that sounds about right to me. It's kind of a lighter dark chocolate. Oh. Now, going to move on to the Tim Tams. One thing I didn't open up the rye bread, a couple of the drinks. Seriously, I've got plenty of this German ration left over. I could do another live stream and have plenty of content because I don't think I'm going to open up the cereal bar either. Which I'd say most of you guys have already seen the breakfast cereal bars like this. They're muesli, cranberry flavored. They're really good though. I love. If I was going to get one, I'd prefer to get the cranberry flavored. I like cranberry. Daniel, did you see my tray? Jenny, I thought you was rainbow. I thought it was rainbow. The spicy kinda. It's real hot. I'm just reading through some stuff that I probably don't have any idea what you guys are talking about. I've got so much going on the table. I wouldn't mind. Oh man, I freaking missed the. I'm not a big fan of tuna, but I said I was going to try this and I didn't. But I've already had way too much sweet stuff to go into tuna now. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. The tuna would taste horrible after eating chocolate. So I don't know if Dan's still here. Mr. Cookies. Whoa, why is that saying low? Oh yeah. Tell me you're going to do the Tim Tam slam with that coffee. What's that? What? I don't know what that is. Tim Tam slam with the coffee. By the way, thank you so much for that insanely generous donation, man. Holy crap, dude. You didn't have to do that, man. Oh wow. I was looking for you in the chat anyways. I'm opening up the chewy caramels right now, guys. That's the ones. And I've got both the packs in the fridge right now. I can go grab one of them as well. I'll go grab both of them and you guys tell me which one to try. This. Whoa, look how thick those are. Those look to be somewhat thicker than the normal Tim Tams, and those are also like a lighter chocolate, I think. Wow. Awesome. Alright, hang on now. Hang on. There we go. Get back in there. Gotta keep it sealed up and fresh. Not going to get Tim Tams again anytime soon, I'm pretty sure. So I'm so thankful to have all this awesome stuff that you sent in, Dan. And thanks so much for that awesome donation again, dude. I'm super privileged to get to eat this stuff because whoops, sorry about that. I don't have much room here. But the Tim Tams, I've had these ones right here one time before, and I absolutely love them. They're just a fantastic treat. That's not overly sweet like most American chocolates and stuff like that are. But hang on, guys. I'm gonna go grab the fridge packs and we'll watch them change colors. Yeah. Alright. Now these ones we have the iced coffee. Ay, ay, ay. We have the iced coffee. And we have the chocolate cherry coconut. If you guys can see, look, that's already starting to change. This one already has changed. Yeah, look at that. Wow, that is so cool. Love that. What a cool idea. Again, I can imagine that the kids just absolutely love those. Very, very cool. Very, 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 very cool. Slide this tray back some. Okay, now, let me go through this chat real quick. Renee says, smoky with exclamation points. Hopefully you'll try it. Tim Tam Slammers rock. I couldn't find it. Copy and paste that comment. Old Smoky Reed. Pretty sure I've seen Tim Tams at Aldi's. I doubt it. If you see Tim Tams at Aldi's, pick them up. We'll do Maryland. Did you read what he said? Watching Suicide Squad on TNT. Sorry, nothing. Tim Tam Slam. I'm still trying to figure out what it is. Just eat the Tim Tams. Look at Borders' comment. Read above my comment. Give it to the cat, Renee says. Still trying to figure out what the Tim Tam Slam is, but no. Okay, I'm going back down to the bottom of the... Dunk it in your coffee, Nathan says. Read Borders' comment. Borders' comment. How far up do I got to go to read Borders' comment? Hopefully he'll try it. Tim Tam Slammers rock. Okay. I see that. Border of Chaos wrote that. Okay, Border of Chaos. Read above my comment. I don't know, guys. Don't know. Just retype it. We have quite the selection of Tim Tams in the local international market up the street. Awesome 3-in-1 coffees from Asia, too. 5th time lucky. You need to dip the Tim Tam in the coffee. Okay. I can do that. I can do that. That's kind of a... Should I do it with the caramel one? Probably. I have a feeling that's going to be good. Alright, here we go. How am I missing it? Dunk in the coffee. Got it. Dunk it in the coffee. You guys. Okay, here we go. Wow. There's a lot of caramel in that. I keep seeing dunk it in the coffee, but that's all I can see, guys. Yep, that's all I can see. What kind of parrot do I have? He's a Romeo. Jeez, you asked me too fast. It's been so long since I said what he is. He is a... give me a second. I'll think of it while I'm reading through these. Okay, bite two opposite ends. This is worth missing The Walking Dead, maybe. Oh, The Walking Dead's on tonight. Okay. That's probably a big factor in our view count being lower than normal. Use as a straw at the end, and okay, that won't work with the one with the caramel in the middle, I'm sure. Because look, like, see that? I have to imagine that might... I still don't think that would work with the regular one either. Huh. Daniel says, I just scrolled up and couldn't see the comments either. I'm telling you, I read back through like all of them and I didn't see it. I like Better Call Saul too. I do. I like that. I gotta say, The caramel is awesome. Chewy. It's got a really nice flavor. Nice caramel flavor. The Tim Tam, of course, isn't overly sweet. I have chocolate all over my fingers, guys. Sorry for the weird noise. Because I don't have a napkin. And there wasn't one in the German ration. There should have been. There should have been bags as well that weren't in there. Weird. Okay. Couple things were they might have forgot to put in that ration. Not food items, but they forgot to put the other stuff. Okay. Since we're on the coffee kick thing. Sorry, guys. Is a Tim Tam basically a penguin? I don't know what that is. Read my comment about how to do it with a regular one, Renee. Okay. I'm reading. Get one of the original Tim Tams, bite off opposite corners. Use it like a straw to suck coffee through. Careful, it will start to melt. Then shove the whole thing in your mouth as it melts. Okay. This one obviously doesn't have the caramel in the middle, so this should work. We'll try it with one of the iced coffee ones. This should be a really good combination. Mixing it with the coffee. And this is one of the ones that's been, and it's cold too. It's been in the fridge. Ha! Yeah. Ooh, look at that. Okay. Awesome. This is like a dark chocolate. This one's a little rough. I'm knocking off some of the loose dust here. Alright. Going to bite off this corner. Now this is what you explained to me. I'm going to bite off this corner. I'm going to bite off this corner. And I'm going to suck coffee through this thing. Through here. And then I'm going to eat it because there's warm coffee going through it. There's one corner. Wow. Very strong coffee flavor. There's the other corner. Going in here and I'm going to suck coffee through it. It worked. I actually did suck coffee through it. The whole thing went in my mouth. The whole thing. Whoa. Super soft inside. Didn't expect that. Finally. I swear I did. I read back through like probably over 100 comments and didn't see it. Wow, that was really good. Somebody just mentioned an original Mars bar. This one's from 1990, and it's in perfect condition. These usually bloat and bloom really, really bad, about like the Australian chocolates do. To find a Mars bar like that is hard to do. I don't know how everybody else could see the comment and I couldn't. It's super weird, but I promise I did. I read back through a whole bunch of comments. So me and my son today were talking about I am in live chat. That's the only thing that gives me a It's the only thing it gives me an option for. Okay, now me and my son. By the way, the iced coffee ones, the coffee flavor in these is absolutely amazing. Holy cow. Really, really original and natural flavoring, which I'm sure it's probably just jam-packed with... Oh, Border says he tapped it on capital letters. That might have been why I couldn't see it. They're like $50 for 24 of them on Amazon. 24 what? Metal Man. What are you talking about? What you talking about? Yeah, wow. And I'll save the other 2 packs for the next live stream. I think opening 2 packs is enough for one. You have to be in live chat, not top chat. I am in live chat. I mean, there's no way I can show you that, but I am. Trust me. I don't think I can take a screenshot that I could show you later. I can see that Steve Nickerson had a comment deleted by Miss Marilyn. Yeah, you should have left that one, Miss Marilyn. That was funny. I don't mind comments like that. They don't bother me any. That's just a little bit of light trolling going on. Nothing major at all. Yeah, those are going in there, and I'm taking one more bite of this. And me and my son, particularly this morning, we're talking about the moon landing. And as you guys know, a couple of the astronauts that went to the moon were from Ohio. A lot of aeronautics stuff that goes on. A lot of folks are from Ohio because Ohio is a major hub for aeronautics advancement. So, I gotta get a smoke here, and I'll shoot the crap with you guys about this because it's kind of interesting. I mean, and the information I'm going to tell you, it's all legitimately backed up by. I mean, you guys can research it yourself. I've already done the hard work though and done the research, so I'll just tell you guys what I know. So there was a radio station in Ohio. I'm going for a non-filter camel right now, and I'll probably be on for another. I don't know. I don't even care. Like I'm not rushed tonight. I don't care. I'm just here to hang out with you guys. I don't care how long this live stream is. As long as you guys are here, I'm hanging out and having a good time. I enjoy this. So, anyways, going for the non-filter camel right now. Using the lighter K-Man sent me. My Vegas lighter. Anyways, there's a radio station up in Ohio. Don Juan, hey, what's up, dude? My Canadian brethren. Or pal. But anyways, this radio station decided that they wanted to pay this guy to go out and research and talk to the astronauts that were local there, and talk to them and prove. All he had to do was get proof and show, or back up with proof that they went to the moon. That's all you had to do. $5,000, $5,000. Radio station offered this particular guy. This is a very well-known story. So the guy, he goes on the quest. It's a $5,000 payday. So he can spend some time trying to do this, and it's worth it, right? So he goes off on his quest to try to prove that they went to the moon. No, different guy. It's a different guy actually. But yeah, you know exactly. You know about that clip. There's actually numerous clips of Buzz, and I'll tell you guys this also. I think I've mentioned this before. Here in a minute, I'll tell you. Anyways, he goes off, starts talking to the astronauts. He starts going through all the data that he can get his hands on, and he has to come back and report to the radio station that he absolutely cannot come up with any proof that those guys actually went to the moon. Not any solid proof. Can't do it. It's just not there. Which I think is pretty interesting that someone with that big of a initiative to be able to prove it. I mean, a $5,000 payday. We got. I mean, you know, hey, that's a pretty good little chunk of change. All you got to do is prove that these dudes went to the moon. That should. And whenever he first took it on, his words were, "That should be super easy to do." That was his exact thoughts. That should be something that I should have no troubles with. This should be an easy $5,000 payday. So he thinks he's going to be able to do it. And as he gets into it, he realizes that it's not going to be so easy. And then the more he gets into it, he realizes that he's not going to be able to do it at all. And there's this one fellow, I can't remember his name. Someone just mentioned that Buzz Aldrin punched him in the face. And let me tell you why Buzz Aldrin punched him in the face. He punched him because he asked him to swear to God with his hand on the Bible that he went to the moon. And Buzz absolutely freaked out on him. And this happened more than one time. And it didn't just happen with Buzz. It happened with all of the Apollo astronauts that went to the moon, that this guy went up to and offered. He said, put all the conspiracies to rest. He said, just put your hand on the Bible and swear to God that you went to the moon. And absolutely not one of those astronauts, not one, would lay their hand on that Bible and say, I swear to God I went to the moon. Let me say something to you guys. If I, personally, took my butt to the moon on a spaceship, you better believe that I'd lay my hand on the Bible, and I'd do it super boastfully, too. I'd boast about it. I'd be super confident, and I'd tell him to lick my butthole on his way out. You know what I'm saying? Like, eat crap, dude. I swear to God I went to the moon. Why not? Why do these men have such a problem? Or, you know, I don't get it. I get it. I do get it. Because, I think at heart, I think they have a hardcore moral issue. Because when these men were raised and brought up, America was about God and country. It's not that way anymore. They've tried to remove God out of the country. And I'm not going to get into that. I'm not like I'm not super religious or anything like that. So, you know, why not put your hand on the Bible and swear to God that you went to the moon if you went to the moon? Like, you would think that they'd want to, you know, at least say, yeah. I wouldn't swear on the Bible for anything. The Bible has horrible examples of morality. Okay. Well, I'll say this. I would do it to prove a point if I actually went to the moon and there were so many people that were doubting me and it was that easy to put the controversy to rest. To just do that one simple thing and make people say, you know what? Maybe you did. Because, you know, not one of those guys. Look it up. There's plenty of footage on YouTube of the guys. And they don't just, most of them don't just say no. They start cussing the guy out. I think it was Edgar Mitchell, kneed him in the rear end as he was trying to leave. The interviews, the guy was trying to leave, the one that was trying to get him to put his hand on the Bible. He just comes up behind him and just knees him in the rear. And then Buzz punches him in the face. I mean, guys, I just don't. And I honestly, like, at this point, I don't think it's important anymore. But let me just put it to you this another way. If it were possible to send people to the moon, I can almost guarantee you that China would have already done it, and Russia definitely would have had men on the moon. But that hasn't happened. And why has that not happened? Because they cannot safely send someone to the moon and bring them home. They cannot ensure their safety. They can't do it. That's what the Russians said. They're like, look, you know, we want to send somebody to the moon, but we're not going to do it until we're sure that we can send somebody and bring them home. We're not going to do it until that time. So, that being said, if you think about it, I totally get why the United States did what they did. Back then, the Cold War, the Cold War going on, and Kennedy saying what he said, and then passing away, of course, and they wanted to uphold that. Some of them wanted to uphold that, which I think our government killed Kennedy. I'm just going to say that. YouTube isn't going to like that, but I do. I believe that. I think maybe not. I don't know. There was definitely a conspiracy there. I don't know exactly what happened, but I do actually believe a guy that I watched an interview of this old man that was in prison that says that he was one of the guys that shot Kennedy that day, and I believed him. And if you're any good at judging character, yes, criminals can be good liars. They absolutely can be. But this guy, as much as he talked, and I believed every word that he said. And if he was lying, I would have thought he was lying about something, and I don't think he was lying about anything. I think he told the truth the whole time. I think he was recalling events from that day. And it's really, I cannot remember his name. I think his name is James something. James, I'd have to look it up. It's been a long time since I dove into that particular part of it. But okay, something else I want to mention to you guys. You hear there's interviews of Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, and Edgar Mitchell was the other one with them, talking about how they had to be super careful when they moved around in the LEM with the lunar landing module. They had to be super careful to not stick their foot through the wall. Because if you look at pictures of the lunar module, it was made out of tinfoil. Now, if you go on what they've told us that the conditions in space are, which I think it's roughly between 200 and 300 degrees in the sunlight and like negative 100 in the dark. Something roughly. Those are rough numbers. But roughly, those are the temperatures. So we're supposed to believe that these guys were in this super thin wall that was supposed to be pressurized because they didn't have spacesuits on in there. But they were able to sustain their lives inside these things that they could have put their foot through the wall at any time. And if that would have happened, they would have boiled alive because of the vacuum of space. Also, they would have been cooked inside that thing like a pizza. They'd have been crispy. I mean, it's between 200 and 300 degrees Fahrenheit in the sun. So anywhere the sun's hitting this thing, it's 200 to 300 degrees, and it's made out of, I mean, super thin tinfoil. I encourage anyone to look into this stuff themselves and believe what you want to believe. Believe your own eyes from what they see, what you can see, what they tell you. You have to be very careful with what you want to believe that they tell you. We have to take their word on a lot of that stuff. If we take their word for it, who knows if that's even? How do we know? How do we know? It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Whenever you really get started down those rabbit holes, is what they are. They're rabbit holes. Whether I had YouTube or not, I always, even before YouTube, I was a firm believer in some crazy stuff went down in 2001 that, plain and simple, absolutely did not make any sense. No freaking way should those buildings have came down. And now that I have seen the steel with my own two eyes, I have personally seen the steel from those buildings, and it was 6 inches thick. I told you guys that the last live stream. 6-inch thick steel. So we're talking steel that thick, right there. Like, I mean, it's hard to wrap your mind around until you see it with your own two eyes. There's a 4-hour interview with James Files on YouTube. It's really interesting. James Files, is that the guy that's in prison for whatever, but he says he shot Kennedy? I saw the duplicate lunar rover heavy duty welds. Yeah, but the walls are made of tinfoil. Yeah, the bars and stuff are welded together, but the walls are made of tinfoil. Like super, super thin aluminum. That's so thin that it's floppy. So, I mean, that tells me it's not much thicker than tinfoil. Also, this is going on Russian or China. What they say the radiation levels on the moon are. That to be able, for a human to be able to be on the moon and survive on the moon, they would have to have a 3-foot thick wall of lead to be able to survive on the moon. You know, that's their science. That's what they say. Obviously, America is not saying that. We're saying we already sent dudes up there in spacesuits with little tiny air conditioners on their back when they were in the sunlight that it was 300 degrees, and those little tiny air conditioners were keeping them nice and cool. I don't know. Now, when it comes down to Jason says crop circles. I've never seen crop circles personally, but I have seen things in the sky, and when I did see these things, I actually had people that saw them with me, so I'm not like just a crazy guy saying I saw something. My son actually saw something with me, which I'm not going to bring him into that because I don't think that's fair to him. I think if he wants to tell that story with me sometime, I'll let him do that. But this has been very recently. This has been, I don't know, probably, it's a polycarbonate aluminum that is 12 mils thick. 12 mils is not enough, man. I mean, polycarbonate aluminum is not going to keep them, it's not going to keep them alive. I mean, we're talking 200 to 300 degrees Fahrenheit with a 12 millimeter thick polycarbonate aluminum. It's just not, it's not feasible. It's not feasible to anyone who wants to look at this with critical thinking. The stuff, even the, the stuff that they're telling us doesn't match up with when it proves out. Like, it just doesn't make sense. That's my personal opinion. That I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. I'm not. Because I am, number one, I'm no aerospace engineer. Absolutely not. I didn't build the things. I'm going on what I can see and what they've given us and the information that they give us. I'm not going on what other people say and how they think about what happened. I'm forming my own opinion of what I think. And it doesn't make sense to me. And again, everybody can say, well, there's nothing to be learned by going to the moon. And I call bull. There's plenty to be learned by going to the moon. There's tons to be learned about space travel, if nothing else. So if it's possible, we should be doing that. That's what I think. And there's a reason why we're not. And maybe why we never did. I think I back more to the reasons we never did. And then you want to go down, you want to break it down. If you guys have never seen the Stanley Kubrick interview. Now, Stanley Kubrick did an interview when he knew that he was dying. He knew that he was going to die. He had obviously a critical illness. I think he might have had cancer. I'm not even sure. It's been a long time since I've watched that one as well. But he does an interview, and he says, flat out, that they filmed the moon landings in a great big warehouse that they had set up, and he directed it. Now, it wasn't going to start out that way, but it came down that he didn't trust him to do a good job, so he ended up going in and taking control and doing it himself. So, if you don't want to believe him, that's fine. I believe him. I believe him. I don't think he would have said that stuff and soiled his family name or his good name as being such a well-respected director for so many years, why would he do that? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. He did that because he wanted the truth to be out there. He didn't want the video released until after he passed away. Yeah, that's perfect. Except it wasn't a Hollywood basement. But yeah, great analogy there. The Red Hot Chili Peppers. Space Bay be the final frontier, but it was actually filmed in a Hollywood warehouse. And again, like I said, if you guys want to watch that interview, it's super eye-opening. And again, that's one of those things, like, do you choose to believe this guy that's more or less on his deathbed? Or he knows he's dying, he's not laying on his deathbed or anything, like, but he's still, you know, he did it early on enough that he wasn't sick seeming or messed up in the head or anything like that. He was very coherent and knew exactly what he was saying and why he said it. Bigfoot, real or myth? Honestly, I don't believe in that. That's my personal opinion. But I also think that there's a lot of things that could be out there that we don't know about. Like, for us to think that we know everything that's out there is pretty naive of us. I think they said we've only explored 5 or 10% of the oceans as far as Bigfoot goes. Like, I think there's something out there that's making that people see that is obviously there's something. I don't think all those people, I think 9 out of 10 of them could be making it up, but I don't think 10 out of 10 of them are making it up. I honestly don't. Why would they all be lying? I don't think they'd all be lying. I mean, because, especially with the stigma that comes along with saying it. And for every person that comes out and says something, there's probably 3 people that have seen something that won't say anything because they're afraid of the backlash that comes from being a tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorist that says that they saw something that there's no way can exist. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because we have never seen it doesn't mean that it's not real. You know what I mean? So that's, you know, again, that's my outlook on that. So I'm not saying I'm right or I'm wrong. Absolutely not. I'm just giving you guys my opinions and my thoughts on the matters. And there's so many facts and there's so much information out there about a lot of different topics. And another thing about the whole Bigfoot thing, I feel like by this day and age and this time, I think we might have a little bit more film evidence by now. If this thing was out there lurking around all the time. But at the same time, now you want to go the same thoughts. You want to go over to the UFO thing. There is so much film out there that's available now. You know, is all that fake? Like, could all that be fake? I don't think so. I absolutely don't think so. Is there an explanation for each one of those being a secret government experiment? I don't think so. I think some of that stuff is absolutely us being visited by things that aren't, you know, exactly from here. That, or they are from here and they're just returning. You know, maybe we're like their projects. You know, who knows? Like, there's a lot of theories that you can throw into that. I don't know. I don't really have a solid theory on that, but I absolutely do believe. Now, that's one thing I'll say. I absolutely do believe there are other intelligent life forms out there because of things that I've personally seen with my own 2 eyes. And seeing is believing, man. It's hard to discount something that you've personally seen yourself. If you do, then you start thinking that you're crazy. So that's where I stand on that. That's totally up to you guys, though, what you guys believe and what you guys think. Yeah, Les Stroud, doesn't he believe in Bigfoot? I think he does. We are a zoo, and the UFO is the vehicle full of tourists. Possibly, dude. They could just be checking us out and watching us, man. Everyone who goes out to find Bigfoot turns tail and runs when they say he's close. Yeah. Again, with that whole thing, that's like saying that the Mothman, that's a local myth creature thing from right here where I live. That's like saying for sure that thing's real. I haven't seen any proof. There's not even any film of that thing being real. For Art says, my mother-in-law never would talk about any specific activities in NASA. Well, I know you're from Texas, and Texas is obviously there's a lot of employment there from NASA, so it's bound that you knew somebody that worked for NASA. And dude, I'm hardcore not a fan of NASA. Let me tell y'all something else too. There was no Mothman. That was me in a bathrobe. Les Stroud ruined his career over Bigfoot. Wow. I didn't know that. I love Les. He made absolutely fabulous videos, dude. For him he put so much work into his films. Oh my God. Filmed everything by himself. All those long shots of him walking away, he had to set that up, walk away, come back, pick the camera up, load his gear up, take back off. He was so good. This is something else I was thinking about with the whole NASA thing, the astronauts in particular. If you look at the NASA astronaut experiments that they do for these kids and stuff while they're on the ISS, the International Space Station, right? You look at these, none of those astronauts are able to explain the experiments like a true scientist would be able to. They explain it like I would explain it. And let me tell you something, I'm no scientist. Like, I'm super average Joe, right? What those guys are, my opinion again, those guys are Air Force. They are guys that were willing to sign a paper that said that they'd keep their mouths shut and they would say what needed to be said and do what needed to be done to follow the narrative that they wanted to come across. That's my opinion on that. I think those astronauts are supposed to be super smart scientists that are, you know what I'm saying? That's what they're supposed to be. But if you look at these guys and listen to them talk, they're just military guys. They're ex-pilots, most of them. That were most of them Air Force, and they're just average Joes. They're just guys. Like, they're nothing. They're not super smart scientists that can explain to you why the gravity works the way it does, or why this experiment was the way it was, and why exactly what was going on, what you were seeing. Why not? Like, these guys are such super smart scientists. They should be able to explain these experiments in great detail. And they're not always just trying to put it in layman's terms either. They're just explaining it the best they can. I would go to parties with my parent, and my mother would introduce me to them. I was told what I could ask them. Oh, really? Well, that's not cool. So if you would have went up to them and said, have you ever seen flying crafts in space, or do you know of extraterrestrial or intelligent life? See, you wouldn't have been allowed to ask them that, obviously. because they keep tight reins on that stuff. And the people that do ask it, they brush it off like we're crazy. We're the crazy ones. But you got to realize that, going back centuries and centuries, like back to the beginning of recorded time, they were documenting flying things in the skies. And back then, up until the last, roughly 200 years, when we started having balloons and blimps and stuff, and that was, when we first started having balloons. Anyways, say a couple hundred years of actual flying machines that we've had during the last few thousand years. That's the only time that there was all this pollution. I call it air pollution, when you look up in the sky and you don't exactly know for sure if you're looking at an airplane or you might be looking at something else. Now, I've seen things that absolutely there's no mistaking that they were not airplanes. There's no mistaking it. But yeah, test pilots have extraordinary flight skills, though. Yeah, they do. But they're also like all these NASA astronauts are supposed to be really intelligent scientists as well. Who were found dead, and I don't know. I've never heard of that one. I think it was last year. There was a guy that was hiking. I want to say he was in Colorado. He was in a mountainous area. He disappeared, and then he showed up like 2,000 miles away from where he was at. And when he took off, he didn't have anything to make travels with. He didn't have I think he didn't have his cell phone. He didn't have his wallet. Nothing. And he showed up 2,000 miles away and didn't know how he got there. Boyd, I will look that up. Absolutely. The 6 Russian hikers, right? They were hikers. And who were found dead, and their story. I'm going to look into that. Absolutely. The whole missing 411 thing is pretty creepy. I agree, Easy Money. And that's all based in national forest usually. It's on government property that all these people come up missing. Kids in particular. And they're never found. Never. Most of them are never found. And most of the time, it'll be a kid and the parent will be right there, nobody else around. The kid will be, just right off to the side, and then boom, the kid's gone. And they can't find the kid. They, of course, start searching immediately whenever they realize they turn around, their kid's not there. They're going to be looking. And a lot of times when they do find these missing people, they're found without their socks and shoes, which is, what? Why? That doesn't make any sense to me either. It's called the Dovlo Pass Incident. Wait a minute. Dyatlov Pass Incident. Okay. Wandering Marine veteran, chill me, yeah. Now, gets like blue snowflakes on them. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm looking forward to trying that one. But the whole coffee Tim Tam Slam thing seemed like I should have opened these ones to go with the coffee, and man, they really do mix well with that coffee, I gotta say. Really well with the coffee. Apollo were pilots? No, question mark. What do you mean, Jason? Also loaded up with DHT. I didn't know that. Huh. Dyatlov, okay. Grew up 5 miles from NASA in Clear Lake. Well, Art, I'll bet you know more than you like to even admit yourself, or you have more questions than you have answers. Huh. That seems to be pretty typical. All right, good night, James. Have a good one, dude. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Digging on the canned camel. I'm going to learn Russian, but I have a couple other languages first. Yeah, I want to learn another language as well. I've never even had a foreign language class. Never. Not once in my life. Never took Spanish through school, which it should have been required, but it wasn't. And I've never taken another language, not once. And I wish I knew Spanish. I wish I knew Russian. I wish I knew French. Those and German. Those four languages right there. I was going to say three, but those four right there are the four that I'd like to learn first. I know some Latin. Mm-hmm. Okay, Apollo used test pilots to pilot the crafts. No scientist. Well, they were all supposed to have a heavy scientific background. All of them. That's like a big requirement for NASA, supposedly. You're supposed to know the science. I mean, that's kind of, that's kind of a requirement. Know some Japanese. 2 college semesters and 2 years there. Some German, 2 years in high school, and almost advanced Spanish. Wow, that's really good, dude. Cadillac Products makes MREs. Was it only 81 and 82? I don't think so. I think they made them up until Cadillac. I'd have to check. It might have been 84. Pretty sure I have an 84 that's Cadillac. Pretty sure. I have to double check. Huh. Okay. That's fine, Thomas, buddy. I should not believe my own eyes. You should get educated. Unsubscribe. That's fine, dude. No problem, man. I do believe what I've seen, though. Why wouldn't I? I mean, that's kind of silly. Had Sandra Bullock worn a maximum obscurity garment, she definitely wouldn't have looked as good. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah, she had the boy shorts on that whole, well, not the whole movie, but a big chunk of it. Agreed. Deuces, Tommy. Yeah, I understand, and I'm honestly fine with people not agreeing with me. That's no way to be, man. Having good banter back and forths, and people that don't agree with your beliefs that's how you learn. And if you're not open to learning from other people, like, I'm not set in my ways at all. You guys could change my mind on just about anything, maybe. I like to do the research, though. I like to learn. I don't base anything off of nothing. I can tell you that. Did I hear the missing German U-boat that after World War II ended up, I think after 2 months, it came... Wait a minute, I gotta read this, Boyd. Did you hear of the missing German U-boat that after World War II after World War II ended, I think after 2 months it came, I think he means back, and was thought to have brung high-class Nazi officials to Argentina, possibly thought to be Hitler. Actually, I did hear something about their escape plan and possible, the fact that they might have done something like that. I haven't done a whole lot of research into that personally, but I did see a little bit about that before. Dark brown bag LRP. South Korean ration from 85. Should make for some interesting reviews. Dark brown bag LRP. There was 3 different manufacturers of the dark. Cadillac was one of them. I have 2 other. Dude, I have 13 or 14 different generations of long range patrols. Personally, I've wanted to for as long as I can remember. I want to get them all out, all the different ones that I have, and lay them all out and take pictures of them and do a little bit of a write-up on a little bit of the history for each generation, like what years they were produced, the company that produced them, and so on. But as of right now, I believe I have 13 or 14 different generations of long-range patrols. Daniel, yeah, absolutely. Open minds and all. Again, I mean, somebody. I'm not going to rag on him at all because everybody's different, and everybody sees things differently, and can see me as uneducated or whatever. That's fine. I don't mind that. Seems more like an internet troll thing to me than anything else, because anyone that's not willing to argue their point or try to change someone's mind doesn't believe in what they're saying very much. That's the way I think about that. Again, everybody can think that I'm wrong. Everybody that's in here right now could think that I'm wrong, or watches this video back later could think that I'm wrong. But that's part of it. I mean, that, I take that, the good with the bad, because I would say maybe even the majority of people would disagree with what I'm saying, and that's cool. And maybe I'll encourage a little bit of research to be done on their behalf and mine as well. They might say something that triggers me to look into something that I've said more than what I already have. So I think all that is healthy conversation, and you don't get that every day. You just don't. A lot of people are afraid to talk about most of the things that I've said. Honestly, like, I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing, because I don't feel it is either way. Really, it's just it's honesty. I feel like I'm just being honest with my thoughts, and the way I feel about things, or the things that I know that I've learned over time. And again, I could always be wrong. I could always be wrong. Everybody could be wrong. I'm not saying everything I've said is 100% correct. Can't do that, because how do I know for sure? I'm saying what I believe is correct. And I'm not just basing it on nothing. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't just say something just to say it. That wouldn't, I'm not that way. I'm personally not that way. Alright, guys, I have a huge mess that I have to clean up, and I have a huge meal that I have to finish as well, and it's actually kind of late, so I'm having a really late dinner, and I'm going to have to reheat my pea soup with sausages in it, and this is actually looking better to me right now than it was earlier, so I'm pretty hungry right now, to be quite honest. And I appreciate everybody that's been here for sure, everyone that's hung out and spent some time with me. And also, I appreciate the conversation. I appreciate bouncing thoughts off each other. That's invaluable. Like I said, I don't get to do that every day. So I missed a bunch of chat because it wasn't coming through on my phone for some reason. My phone, it's about ready to die, actually. Okay. Don Juan was born in Canada and just moved to Texas. 1963. All you was born in Canada. Also, dark. Oh, okay, I read that already. This MRE is going to go off before it's finished. I got a menu 2 shredded beef and barbecue sauce. Cadillac brown bagger. Didn't see any of those. Russians started packing shotguns in their space flights after some of them landed in the forest and got ate by wolves. Oh, wow, I didn't know that either. Huh. Interesting. Going to try feed to the dog next. U234 Project Phoenix. Okay, I'll check that out. Many, not any. The LRP is a Cadillac. Yep. Okay, yeah, I've got one of those. I'll have to take pictures of the ones that I have, Nathan, and I'll email you some of the pictures that I have of the different manufacturers. I know for sure that there was 3 different brown bag manufacturers, LRP manufactured. And then there was, of course, OD Green ones. There was, I got 4 different OD Green ones, and call them OD Green, but 4 different green colored LRPs. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 different canvas bag LRPs. I've got 98s, and of course the modern ones. The ones that I have are 2012. I have what I believe to be a first-year issue long-range patrol. It doesn't even say long-range patrol on it, but that's what it is. Just has the menu number and the actual contents listed on the front of the bag. which the only other ration that I know of to do that's the ration cold weather. Jules Wills says I'm right, and discussion is always good, agreeing or not. I agree. I don't have to agree with what someone says. I mean, I still, I'm not, I'm not here to argue. I'm here to listen, and I'm here, discussion's good. I think it's great. And I would love to be able to go through and show you guys some of the things that I actually have found and that I have done the research on, so that you guys can see the things that I've seen. I don't know how to do that exactly. I know there's a way that I can have like a list of videos up on my laptop and my camera connected to my laptop. That way I can switch over from me talking straight into part of a video, show you guys the part that I'm talking about, and then click back into myself again. I would like to figure out how to do that. And once I do figure out how to do that, I think the live streams could get really interesting. Project Phoenix was for the rise of the Fourth Reich and part of the escape from the of some of the Nazis. It was facilitated by the Vatican. I wouldn't put it past them. I think the Vatican is one crooked place, dude. I think that they are. I think that some of the stuff that they do, if people would even open their minds a little bit and think that they have done some of the things that have came out about them, they would freak out. I was never taught about Watergate in school. It was skipped over and I wasn't even in the books. I thought that was strange. That is very strange. I think that's part of history that should be discussed. Dude, I was trying to look into the Vegas stuff and it was overwhelming. How many angles are out there on that? Probably about like 10 different angles where people are like aggressively pushing their side of what they think happened. There's probably about 10 different angles where people are really just instead of being open about what could have happened, they're just kind of saying, I want you to believe this is what happened, instead of trying to get facts to back up the stuff. But here's the thing. Oh, that's okay. I was going to end this, but I'm going to talk for a few more minutes. 3D about a week ago, Vegas released they did how that TV show where they go through behavioral analysis, where they get into the minds of the criminal. I think it's called Criminal Minds, where they get into the minds of the criminals. Okay, well, supposedly they did a thing like that in Vegas with a team like Criminal Minds. Supposedly was supposed to get into the mind of the guy that done the shooting. They came out, released a 3-page paper about supposedly what they learned, which was nothing, that no new information at all. And there's a guy that has a channel called 5x5 News. His name's Mike Turber, and he just did a sit-down interview with Eric, the shooter's brother. And in the very beginning, Eric, the shooter's brother, they did an interview with him, and he came out and was saying, oh, my brother was so nice, and he was super intelligent, and everybody speaks the world of him, and blah, 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 blah. Then he sits down in this interview and basically goes along with everything that the official narrative that Las Vegas PD has put forth. Oh, yeah, my brother, he could be mean, and yeah, he'd manipulate things and do this and do that. So he completely changed his story from the very beginning to now. This is my outlook. You can look at it yourself, but I'm telling you the truth. The guy completely flip-flopped from the beginning to now. So here's my thoughts. I think somebody from one of the alphabet agencies went up to him and said, hey, do you love your family? Do you want your family to live for very long? Because if you do, you better just go along with what we've got to say about what happened. And now he's following everything that they've said to the T. And I definitely encourage you guys to look into that. Watch that interview, which that interview is just a bunch of fluff and just bull crap. But if you go on to that interview, you look it up here on YouTube, you'll see there's 2 videos that 5x5 News or Mike Turber made, and I made about 4 or 5 different comments on that. And I've got some really interesting points that I make. in my personal opinion, about some of the oddities that have came up here recently, and also that came up within about 2 to 3 weeks of the initial event happening, and all the witnesses that were speaking out coming up dead. For instance, let me give you all for instance. I'm not reading through the comments just yet. Let me give you all real quick for instance though. There was the bellhop that supposedly carried some of his bags up. This is what they were telling us in the very beginning. That supposedly took some of his bags up to his room. He made a statement that said that he took some of the guy's bags up to his room. So that was what he said. Well, he came up missing. And he was missing for about a week, if I remember right. I'd have to look at how long he was. I think it was about a week. Well, then he showed back up dead at Sunday morning church. And they said that he was killed by a gang member. Just a random, wrong place, wrong time, killed by a gang member in the parking lot of the church. What? Okay, and I could go on. There's a couple dozen people that just wound up dead about, I don't know, 2 to 3 weeks after it happened. They were coming out on social media saying, yes, 100%, there was more than one shooter. We saw something. We definitely heard more than one shooter. And these people that were saying this stuff and wound up dead. And another interesting one was this fella. I think he used to work for like Lockheed Martin or something. He was tied in with a government contracting place at some that, or he worked for the FBI, something like that. Anyways, he was also talking out. He was speaking out about it. He was in Vegas. And I want to say this happened, now don't quote me on this, I think this happened like within the first week after Vegas happened. He had a handicapped daughter that he'd raised. She was in her 20s. I think she was like early to mid 20s. Well, him and her, they came up murder-suicide. Shot his daughter with the shotgun, then turned the gun on himself and shot himself. The guy had lived with his handicapped daughter for all this time, and it just got too much for him, and he couldn't take it no more. And just so happened that he did that. I don't believe it. I don't believe it, guys. Definitely look into that, guys. It's really interesting. Whenever you start looking into to the death count that came up, kind of like the Clinton death count, that I shouldn't even like scoff at or giggle at that. It's horrible. And it's all that's in plain sight for people to see, and then most people just don't want to see it, hear it, or believe it. But Landell says Hitler and evil were flown from Berlin to Norway in a Storch and got on a sub there. I think it's very possible. Great live stream, everyone. Sounds good, Danny. Good night, night. Yep. Maryland. What was that email again? Night, Tracy. Alright, I'm going to catch back up down here to the bottom. Okay. I want to see if anybody had anything to say about what I was saying. Yeah, Sparrow. Gang member, aka professional hitman. Yeah, something like that, right? Don't forget about the British Airways plane loaded of people that ended up being taken hostage just so the SAS and DET could get a team into Kuwait at the start of Desert Storm. Yeah, dude, they do stuff like that all the time. And then they'll do all kinds of stuff that they make look like other countries did it, but it was us. Like, they do that stuff to get things started all the time. Government's just a little bit less than my ex-wife. Absolutely, Landell. And by the way, really enjoyed the back end of the live stream, so thanks for that. Really enjoyed the MRE review. Must catch the whole thing next time. I have an abscessed tooth, and pain meds have kicked in. I'm about to sleep. Okay. That happened locally, though there are folks that off themselves and their poor handicapped kids when it becomes too much. Not to say that they aren't right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, it could. I'm not saying that that couldn't have happened. I'm saying it just doesn't. It doesn't set well with me that it I don't know. everyone seemed to think that the guy was a great dad and done right by his daughter all the time, and then just all of a sudden he offs her and himself. Um, yeah, anything that I've mentioned, Daniel, I would. There's like super deep rabbit holes on all those that you can jump down. So, and there's tons and tons of information, especially about the Vegas thing that's out there now, that has just kind of came up. Especially the machine gun fire. There's videos, body worn camera footage between 12 and 1 o'clock, which was 30 minutes to an hour and a half after the shooter supposedly killed himself, of machine gun fire. And there was only one shooter, lone wolf. Bull crap. But, you know, we're supposed to believe it, so. Yeah. Yep. The whistleblower for the Clinton thing. There was also another Clinton uh, whistleblower or whatever that was that supposedly committed suicide, but he shot himself twice. Same as the guy in Vegas supposedly shot himself twice to commit suicide. I've never heard of anyone shooting themselves twice committing suicide, but whatever. Whatever. I guess if that's what you want to believe. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up so I can get this stuff cleaned up. Man, it's been awesome hanging out with you guys and shooting the crap here. And I really do actually want to finish my food up. So I'll be digging into that. And I'm going to be probably munching on this hot sauce just with random stuff like chicken here and there and whatever I think this will go good with. So awesome hot sauce. This one right here, I'm going to be using to spice up chili and maybe put it on like some tacos, things like that. That's what this one's going to go for. So that one's not got the greatest flavor on its own, but I think it'll be a great enhancement to a good base flavor. So yeah, those hot sauces are the bomb. Really, really hot too, by the way. But all right, guys. I guess all I really got left to do then is say thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all on the next live stream.